one thing I don't understand is how Kepa has managed to look competent.
Oh, Kepa.
I
Hey,
don't,
shout out to Kepa,
I
man.
don't,
He's still on your books, is he?
I don't understand. He should get out from my books. I don't disrespect Kepa if I say this.
Welcome back to the 97 Football Show, everybody. I'm your host, Supermag. As you know, today we're with a special guest. We're with Glory from Football Heritage. Say hello to the people, man.
Hi guys, I'm Glory from Football Heritage, like I already said.
Yeah,
Excited to be here. It's a great opportunity, and yeah, we have our own podcast actually, Football
of course.
Heritage. Check it
Of
out
course.
on
So,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Twitter, IG, TikTok. Football Heritage.
yeah, it's a collab. This is one of our first collabs that we're going through with another podcast. So yeah, it's nice to see two worlds collide. But first of all, this is actually the first episode that we've done since my beloved Liverpool became champions of England. I don't know, the camera's going to flip this, but hey man, like
Yeah,
y'all
yeah, I
know,
think
y'all
it's,
know,
it's flipped,
y'all
like,
know how much this means to me, man. Y'all know how much this means.
but like
And
let's be
yeah,
real. Nobody really cares about Liverpool's title.
you see, the numbers are not saying the same because we released the report. This is the most engaged social media title
they
win
had
like
they
in
had
history.
to hire a data analyst to figure that
Can
out.
you imagine? Can you imagine, bro? Like
Liverpool
nobody,
won the
everyone is saying that nobody cares, but like us too, we don't care that
Liverpool,
nobody cares.
Liverpool won the league, and the whole world was talking about gorillas against
Gorillas,
ugly.
right? No
Like,
problem, no problem, no problem. The title is with us, though. Come and take it. Y'all should come and take. It's in Anfield. Yeah,
honestly,
I mean,
I think you guys deserved it. I think it was pretty obvious from like December that you
God
guys were
bless
really.
you. God bless
It
you. I
was
tried
very
to
obvious.
even like Liverpool fans, yeah, they were so scared to admit that this was in the bag, bro. This was in the lunchbox since, like you said, since December, bro. But yeah, you're a Chelsea fan, obviously. I don't know if the logo isn't showing, but
Um,
real ones will know that we're a
unfor-
Chelsea jersey, right?
Unfortunately,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
this shame now.
let's talk about your background a little bit. What do you feel about Cesc Fabregas, bro? That's a real.
Fabregas. Oh, yeah, one of
But
my
why the
favorite.
Arsenal kid, bro? That was what
That
explain
was that
explain
was
that.
that was young Cesc, right? My dad
Okay,
was an Arsenal fan actually, so
okay,
that's why it's an Arsenal jersey. But
it's an explanation, yeah.
Cesc that came to Chelsea is honestly one of my favorite players. Like
Or yeah,
that 3 years period from 14-15 and 16-17, those 2 seasons, it was just incredible. Like the
correct.
way he picked up passes, his first game for Chelsea, his first game, that
Was that the
assist,
Shirley one?
yes,
But
the assist for
that was
additional,
that
like,
was his
yeah,
first game.
that was his first
No
game. That was his
way.
him and Costa. Like
No
immediately
way.
that happened, I said, "Yeah, we're winning the
Oh
league."
no,
Like
Fabregas
just
and Costa was a problem, bro. That
like
was a problem.
honest. Once he gets the ball in midfield, that long ball to Costa, I was like, "Yeah, this guy is incredible." Like he didn't have the legs, but
Yeah.
his passing range was so good. I remember there
I'm
was
I'm
an
so jealous.
assist against Arsenal that he just lobbed the ball, Costa chest control. I was like, yeah, this guy is honestly incredible. It just shows that you don't have to be the most physical, but like his
hmm
passing,
hmm
just passing alone
Just by
was
being accurate, of course, you can
honestly,
make
I love that guy.
bro. I'm jealous that the guy won a league title with you guys because it's the same thing like someone like
Two,
Thiago.
two league
Two
titles.
two whoa. Wait, did he win
14,
in
15,
15 and
16,
17?
17.
No
Yeah.
way. No way.
Yeah. But
Because someone like
that was the Conte season.
Conte,
So
right?
it wasn't really
He wasn't
starting
active,
actually.
yeah.
It was Matic Conte
Matic and
pivots
Conte, of course.
where he used to come off the bench.
Okay, because I was saying that because Thiago missed the league title. He arrived the year after we won the league title. He left the year before we won the league title,
Yeah.
and it's the same, ilk of player.
It's-
Yeah,
yeah, actually. And the thing, I don't know, players that always miss out. It's just unlucky.
Philip
Like
Damien. Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. Of course.
Zlatan, I think he missed two trebles, like from Inter.
Yeah, Inter and Barca. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
players that miss out. It's just like you be thinking I the bad luck. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
right. But
it's
yeah, we
crazy
move
that
on, man. We move on.
they're
Chelsea are in they at the start of the season denying their place as title holders or as lead or title claimers.
winning.
And the title has been wrapped up now. They're in a different battle. They're in a different battle for the Champions League now. And then that battle is getting hotter and hotter by the day, man. We have how many teams involved at this point? We have Arsenal. would we say that Arsenal are safe?
Arsenal have been dragged into it,
Would we,
bro.
now they've been dragged
Arsenal
into
have
this,
been
bro.
they've been
But
dragged
because
in
now they're
that
just
loss
3 points
against
behind,
Bournemouth.
bro. Now they find themselves only 3 points behind City, in danger of finishing not even second anymore.
I
But
said and everybody was already crowning them second that
second
they've
place,
come out of
right? Nah,
danger
nah,
to
nah, nah,
Europe. But
nah, nah.
it's actually crazy. I think
They're helping us out. They're
I
helping
think
the narrative out.
that loss against Bournemouth has
Yeah,
dragged them in. I still think they will comfortably make it, but like that just made it a little bit
a
shaky. They
little
may not
bit
finish
harder for
second, maybe
second,
third or fourth.
exactly, bro.
And
Because they still have to play Liverpool.
exactly Liverpool and Newcastle, and they've struggled against Newcastle. They've lost all the three games they played against Newcastle
Eh,
this season.
God bless you. God bless
Twice
you.
in the Carabao and in the league as
In
well,
the
and they have to play Newcastle, Liverpool. But I don't know. I don't know. Liverpool is weird because you guys have won the league, so I don't know if you guys are still going to go
we're
full
not
strength.
dashing anybody. No, no, we're not dashing anybody. I don't think so.
Because I
We have
agree. I don't think
standard.
you guys dash because apart from even having standards, Salah is on the hunt. Like this is the only thing you guys are winning. You guys are out of champs. You guys are out of
You know.
Carabao. You guys are out of FA Cup. Out of everything. It's only the league, and you already won it. Fine. But
Yeah.
for Salah, when he started the season, everybody was like Salah Ballon d'Or charge, like pretty much confirmed. But the fact that he left champs so early was a real, like a huge blow to him.
Yeah.
So like
You're right.
he's going to try and max prem, like he needs to get as many goals, as many assists, so that he can actually still
He
have
needs to break the
somewhat of
assist
a
record.
game.
He needs to break.
That's his
He needs
record.
to.
I don't know what Henry did, but I don't think he's ever getting broken.
No, I think
Like,
he needs it, bro. Three more
eh,
assists and we're there, bro. Three.
but that's what always happens. Ozil, the 15
Yeah.
16 season,
Yeah.
Ozil
Don't
sprinted
bring
like
those.
17
Let's just
assists,
forget that
and
was then.
then
You're all
even
right.
KDB too had
He
a
was
great
dealing
season.
with
But just
Giroud.
I don't know. No,
He was
no
what
one
was
ever
KDB
considered
for
much.
Haaland? Was Haaland KDB striker by then?
I think KDB was
See now.
1920 season
You
actually.
see now. Don't worry.
But
We have
KDB
guys
matched
that will
him.
finish
He
for
didn't
Salah.
equal it. Eh?
We have people that will finish for Salah. We have men
Yes, and
already.
Jota and Nunez.
Uh don't worry. Cody G has your back, Mohammed. Don't worry, you'll
Yes.
make it. You make it. But bro, now Arsenal have been dragged into this shit. And like you mentioned, Newcastle, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa are still in this. And so, bro, I want you to tell me who you think are the weakest two teams because two of these teams won't qualify for the Champions League. But it seemed like Nottingham Forest has
Okay.
been third all season, and now they find themselves
No, I think they're
not far
seventh
low.
or so
The sixth place, level on points with Aston
with
Villa.
Chelsea and Villa.
Yeah, exactly. But then they
I'll
played
say
one
of
game
them.
less. And so, first of all, do you think Nottingham Forest is going to play in the Champions League under the lights, back where they belong? The fans might say they're two-time Champions League winner, Nottingham Forest. I think they
Yeah,
won.
but that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
how many
It's in the
years
'80s,
ago?
fine, sure. But then they still have the history. They have the pedigree, but more
Yeah,
than Arsenal. So, tell me, where do you think Nottingham Forest is going to play? They'll be playing in Europe. You think definitely
definitely they will. I think Forest will just make it, and the reason I said that is
Champions
because of
League?
their yeah, because of the fixtures. I think at this point, this remaining 3 or 4 game stretch, the fixtures really matter. And I looked at their fixtures. They have Leicester that's already relegated. They have Palace. They have
Mm.
West Ham. Those are fixtures that realistically, especially considering seeing that they're having, I think they'll get 3 points from. Their very last game, funny enough, is against Chelsea at their
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
I still think they can get a draw, even win there. But I just think because of their fixtures, I think they would sneak in, probably fifth or
Mm.
fourth. But yeah, I think I see Nottingham Forest still getting in.
Okay, that means Aston Villa. Now, I want to ask you before the big one. Aston Villa are not playing the Champions League, or are they playing the Champions League to you
Aston Villa would just miss out. I know they're level on points right now with
with Forest and
Villa
Chelsea? Yep,
and yeah, sorry, with Forest and Chelsea.
yep.
But they played a game. Firstly, they've played a game. They've played a game more, and the remaining 3 games are actually games
Oh,
I think they could win
they
because
could win all three, but Bournemouth, Man
they
U,
have
and Tottenham.
Bournemouth, yeah, Bournemouth, Man U, and Spurs, but Bournemouth is a bit tricky. Bournemouth is away, and Bournemouth just beat Arsenal
Yeah, true.
yesterday, and they've won back to back. So they beat Arsenal home and they win. I
Mm.
think Bournemouth maybe they will draw or lose. I don't know if they will win. I think Man U and Spurs they can probably beat them, but I just think for Villa it's just a little bit too little too late. I don't think they would. I don't think they'll get top 5 Champions
All
League.
right. Before I move on to that big decision because I want to shout out Villa in the Champions League this year. Villa in the Champions League were actually good. We've had some English teams
Bro,
making runs in the Champions
bro.
League. Newcastle were a bit disappointing, but I feel like
Yeah,
this is one
Newcastle
of
came
those
last.
yeah, this is one of those mid-table teams that actually represented us well in the Champions League. Well, represented England, that's not us. Represented England well in the
Yeah,
Champions League with the I think they had big games. I think they had that 1-0
they
defeat.
beat Bayern. They beat Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They also
Durango.
beat Juventus, I think.
No, they drew with Juventus. I think
They
it was
drew.
0. They drew with
Oh,
Juventus, but they beat Bayern
they beat
1-0.
Bayern. But they showed themselves really well and then they were within one goal of PSG in total. I think
Yeah,
yeah.
the PSG game was very very funny, and
Mhm.
that game, right, when they were leading, because they lost the first leg 3-1, and then they came to the second leg. And I always say it, right? A 2-0 lead is one of the worst things in football. Like, it's one of the absolute worst things in football because it gives
Well,
the
depending on the
illusion.
time though, depending on the time.
See, I promise
Depends
you,
on the time.
unless the match is over, a 2-0 lead is the
Nah, nah,
worst
nah.
thing.
If
What's
you,
the
if
worst?
I'm winning 1-0, 79 minutes 2-0 is like my comfort zone for me.
79 minutes 2-0 is your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Fine. What if they score 85th minute 2-1? What
No, no,
happens
no.
there?
We should be responsible enough to see it out though. We should.
See, that's the thing.
That's me. I
Eh,
understand you. No, no, no. It's
but
very
football,
dangerous.
but football,
I still agree.
football never works like that. I know
Yeah.
how, because the thing about 2-0 lead is that when it's a 1-0 lead, I feel like teams are conscious of the fact that it's just a one goal lead. So, like, anything can happen and we need to actually lock up. But when it's a two-goal lead, even psychologically, if even as a fan, you feel, yeah, game
How
is
about
done, game is wrapped
mm,
up. But bro, all it takes is one fluke set piece goal or one fluke deflection goal. And even if it's just 5 minutes left, that 2-1, the way the entire momentum of the game swings, like, is crazy. But anyways, back to the Villa game, right? So they came in 3-1, and I don't know if you remember, but Nuno Mendes scored a very like late goal, 90th minute at their ground.
in
And
yeah,
everybody, the whole narrative I kept hearing was that, oh, that goal, that Nuno Mendes goal, like, is more or
sealed
less goal that seals it. Yeah, that sealed it. And me personally, I felt not really. I felt like a two-goal lead going back to Villa Park, not like they were going away, they were going back to
it.
Villa
Yeah.
Park. It's something that they could still recover.
Yeah.
30 minutes or so, they are 2-0 down. I was like, oh yeah, now game over.
Yeah, that's
Because
5-1, right?
Hakimi and Nuno Mendes scored again.
Yeah.
And I switched over to the Dortmund Barca game. Because they were at the same time. So
Yeah.
Dortmund Barca beats Dortmund 4-0. So obviously nobody was expecting much.
Even that
But
game at the same time was something was
exactly.
happening there as well.
Dortmund
Uh,
started coming back. They were now 2-0 up. I'm like, is there a remontada? I switched over because now
uh,
they're 2-0. And then Villa was, I think, like 2-1 or so. I switched over to the Dortmund game. Next thing I know, I'm hearing that Villa is leading 3-2 in the other game. I was like, what the hell is going on? I switched back to that game. And very easily, Villa could have actually qualified.
yeah.
And I don't know what I said, that I think a 2-0 lead is always funny. And also, momentum shifts, especially in Champions League ties. Momentum shifts. Like, the two goals that they scored, it was like a 10 minutes period. That 10 minutes period, Villa could have won the tie because Donnarumma made some big saves. He made the save for
Yeah.
Rashford, and he made a save
Momentum
for
is
one
crazy.
other head.
Momentum
I
is a
can't
crazy.
remember if it was Telemann. He made, yeah. So in just that 10 minute swing, the game could have completely changed. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think overall Villa should be proud of themselves. The fact that they reached the quarterfinals of Champions League and they lost to a very very good team. They didn't lose to
Yeah.
like a bombing team. Most people didn't even give them
Yeah.
a chance, but they lost to a very 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 solid team. I was really impressed with their
Honestly, yeah,
performance.
you're right. You're right. And then, unfortunately, I don't think they will also be making. I also don't think they'll be making it back to the Champions League next year. But that would be that will take them to more of Nairi's comfort zone. Mr. Europa League will be back in.
Europa League.
Yeah, will be back. No,
Nah,
that one
put some
he can
respect. Put some
actually
respect. Put some respect on Naomi's name. Come on,
come on.
quarterfinals of Champions League. He
No,
got to
but
the
even
semi-final with
with
Villarreal. Nobody
Villarreal,
ever
right? Exactly. Cool. But then he's a Europa League specialist now. He has
specialist.
actually done it in the Europa League. Okay, so
But I mean, last year it was the Conference League and he didn't win it, so
oh
it's numbers
yeah,
are shit. So,
oh
yeah,
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 true.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, it's a whole. Maybe maybe he likes orange. You understand? He just likes that orange. Maybe.
When he hears the Europa anthem, something
Oh yeah,
something
exactly,
in him.
exactly, man, exactly. But so you said that Nottingham Forest is going to make the top five,
Yes, I did. I
essentially,
did because
because
of their
the five Champions League spots open. So that means
Yeah, and it's crazy actually because of the
ah,
coefficient ranking that they are doing.
Exactly. That's really good. I think for at least we're going to have 8 teams going to be playing in Europe from the Premier League next season.
It's
At least,
yeah, yeah,
at the least, possibly
yeah,
we can have up to 10, depending on some situations.
yeah. Depending on, I think if Palace wins FA Cup
If
or
Palace
something
win the
comes
FA
like
Cup, yeah, and I think Chelsea win the Conference League could also,
that. Yeah, but we're already going to finish in one of those Europa player
yeah, in the
places. So I
Europa
don't
League, exactly.
yes, I don't think it
But
will affect.
anyway, you saying that, and we already established that Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal are going to make it through.
Who said
It
Man City
means,
is going to make it?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Talk to me, Glory. What do you think? What are you
Nah,
thinking now? Because
Man City is going to make it,
uh, uh
which is actually almost crazy because
I don't think so.
at some point last
This
year,
season.
so this season, but like last year,
Hmm.
I could not believe what I was watching. City,
Yeah,
like City genuinely, they genuinely looked like they would lose
bro.
every.
Let me. I don't want to
They look like
disrespect Arsenal, yeah, but it is City falling off that made me just go and sleep about this title. When when Rodri got injured, that is ACL. I was like,
yeah, like
okay, and the City is actually like the wheels are actually falling off of City. Well,
the
wouldn't
wheels
believe
came off,
because
the whole car
Arsenal,
came off.
yeah, bro. So, and again, no disrespect to Arsenal, but Arsenal, you can see what you're doing. Your full squad is back. You can't even beat Bournemouth at your own side. You lost to Bournemouth at your own side. So, I mean, I don't think I was even really afraid of Arsenal like that. Again, no
But yeah,
disrespect.
it's just crazy that even in like their worst season or maybe second worst. I think Pep's first season too was also bad. But like
Yeah,
first of all, it seems like they may still end up with a trophy, which is an FA Cup, and they
bro.
will probably get top four relatively comfortably. So
Or top
it's just
three, even.
exactly or top two even. But yeah,
Bro,
it's
because
just
you were saying that Pep's first season was bad. Pep finished third in his first season, and that's
I
the
won't say that,
lowest.
but one of them,
It was
sure.
third. Oh, he
Oh,
finished third, and that's his lowest league finish ever in his career. And this season,
top two
I'm telling you, man, and Pep might just actually not agree for third again this year. I'm not.
entire.
I'm not sure, but that means anyway. The final question is Newcastle or Chelsea. Newcastle or Chelsea.
I need favors. I need
From who and who? Tell
serious
me.
I need huge favors. Now,
If you
the
want
thing
to ask,
about
you can propose. We are hearing offers for 3 points. So, you know.
Mr. Mikel Arteta, can you do something for me? No, like
Can he
honestly,
actually? Is the question.
right? The thing I like about these remaining few games of the top four is the
Mm,
fact that even though it's 3 or 4 games left, everybody's still playing everybody. Like there's still
yeah.
a lot of teams. Like Arsenal is still playing Liverpool, Arsenal is still playing
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle, Chelsea is
Mm-hmm.
still playing both Newcastle and Forest, Newcastle is
Mm-hmm.
still playing now and Chelsea. So like
Mm-hmm.
even in that small condensed region, there are still games within themselves, so that everybody's playing relegation teams or something.
Yeah.
But having said all of that, I think I think Newcastle will make it because
I always
Chelsea
see.
are
I
going
think
to.
Chelsea's fixtures are the hardest, man. Chelsea's fixtures are
Yes,
the hardest of everything.
exactly. Chelsea's fixtures are the hardest, and we're playing against teams that we struggle against. Now
Usually.
we struggle against Newcastle away. Even before Newcastle got like this good and winning Carabao and getting to Champions League. Like from time, I always hated as a Chelsea fan. The fixtures I always hated: West Ham away,
Oh
Newcastle
yeah.
away, Wolves away. These
Yeah, yeah.
three
That
fixtures,
was
they're like guaranteed
Wolves
L's.
away. I don't know. Every Wolves away, they touch everybody, almost everybody. I swear.
I
I
think
swear.
so. I think so. But especially Chelsea, like there are
Yeah.
so many so many times moves away, West Ham away at St James's Park. Like any St James's Park, just cross it out. Okay, that was an L. Just take it. Honestly,
That's
I can't remember the only time the most recent win at St James's Park that I can remember was the 3-0 that Rich James scored a brace that day. It was in
okay.
one of the two Chelsea seasons. That's like the only win. That's like the only win I can even remember, really. So we always struggle at St. James's Park, whether Newcastle is good or not. And we're going to play both them and Forest away. But Newcastle, they're playing Arsenal, they're playing Brighton away. Brighton away is actually a tough fixture for them because they've lost to Brighton
Newcastle, right?
both yeah, they've lost to Brighton both in the league and in the in FA
FA
Cup.
Cup. Yeah.
But I don't know. I still see Newcastle going to. They have Everton. They have Arsenal. I think it'll be. I think they'll beat us. Honestly, I think they'll beat us at their ground. I think they may beat Brighton as well. Arsenal is tricky. Arsenal is very Arsenal. I can't predict because at the Emirates, but they've beat Arsenal three times this season. So I don't know. I guess it may also depend on if Arsenal do go through against PSG. What kind of lineup would Ateta play? Because we saw that yesterday, everybody was expecting him to drop to basically play the weaker team to rest guys for PSG. But at the end, we saw that he
Yeah,
still played a very, very full,
the full the
full
full
strength
strength squad.
exile. So I don't know what he's going to do. I think it would his lineup in that game and his mentality for that game will probably depend on the result against PSG. I don't know, but I think that was the most difficult to predict. But the remaining three games, I think Newcastle can actually win them, and yeah, I think they'll get top five.
So I want to ask, as a Chelsea fan, a lot has been made about the project and you guys, the amount of money that you guys have spent. But
Project
how do
hype.
but how important do you think it is? There's still a chance that Chelsea makes the Champions League.
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
important do you think it is for Chelsea to actually win all their games and make the Champions League? Do you think it's important or
Is massively important. It's over
paramount?
important. Like it's paramount. Is the only thing that matters. I tweeted some one day, like some time last month. I tweeted that we absolutely have to do everything to get Champions League. I don't care if they are paying the refs. I don't care what they want to do, but they have to get Champions League because I think I tweeted that after the United Lyon game that United came back and won 5-4. I just sat down in my chair and said, what if United actually gets champs? Like, what if United wins Europa and gets champs? So they will finish like 14th and get champs. And me, I will not get
Ange, now God that they take beg Ange like this. I'm
Mr.
begging.
Postecoglou.
We are
Please.
begging, please.
Please. You
Nah.
always win something your second season. That's what you told us.
You
Please.
know, you are
Please do
aware of
something
that quote.
for me. So,
Uh,
like, honestly, I think is honestly so important because I won't lie. I've not been the biggest fan of the project. I've not been moved. I've not been impressed by the project because I think if you're going to spend £1 billion in over 3 years, you should be competing for the league. You should be competing for the league. You should be competing for the Champions League. You shouldn't have spent that much money and still be in a top four race. Like right now, we should be in a title race with Liverpool, like going neck and neck. Now, if you look at the past 2 seasons, the first 2 seasons under the new projects, as they like to call it, we finished 12th. We finished 12th, and last season we finished sixth.
no,
That's why everybody remember that we finished sixth, but last season was
you're not joking, are you?
sorry.
Chelsea didn't finish 12th, did they? Did they actually?
We did, we did.
23.
22-23. Yeah, the season that Newcastle got Champions League. We finished 12th now. The horror show. That was the season we sacked to jail for Potter.
Oh, the
Absolute
one that
shit show of
Lampard
a
now
season.
came and
Lampard came in. We had like four managers at some point. I think
no,
you
no,
guys,
no,
some
no.
Bruno guy managed us. Like that season was
Yeah,
genuinely
that Bruno that played for Brighton when I had even
yes.
left secondary school. Oh my
Like
god, bro.
nasty, honestly, nasty stuff. So we finished 12th in their face. That was their introduction. Last season we finished sixth, and a lot of people remember that we finished sixth. But last season was genuinely horrible. Like for a long part of last season, we were in the bottom half. Like I think at Christmas we were like 10th,
Yeah, yeah,
12th.
yeah,
It
yeah, yeah. I
was like
remember
in
that.
April. I don't know how we did it, but like April, May, we just found
Yeah,
it.
it
We
just
just
picked up.
locked in and picked up and got sixth. But like genuinely, last season was a shit show. So we finished sixth. We'll say we finished sixth, and yeah, fine. But like this is the third season. You can't be in the third season of so-called projects and we're still asking you to get top four and you're still telling us it's not possible. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm considering the money we've spent, like £1 billion is unlimited funds. Like we have access to unlimited funds and we're struggling to get Champions League. And I don't think we're up against the most difficult competition in quotes. Like no disrespect, but we're up against Newcastle and Forest and Aston Villa. And those are the teams that were and there are 5 places for crying out loud. There are 5 places. This is one of the worst City teams. I think this is like the second worst City team we've seen under Pep. This is okay. Arsenal is all right. Forest, Newcastle, Villa. Like these are not teams that should be knocking us out of champs, considering
I
how
understand.
much we've spent and this is the third year in the project. Like at the third year of the project, we should not even it should not even be a top four discussion.
God
We should be
bless you.
saying
God
we should
bless
be
you.
saying this season we are supposed to be challenging for the league. Now, when Maresca kept saying that we went to the title race, I agreed with him because I looked at the squad and I'm not the biggest fan of our squad, to be honest. I don't think we have a title competing squad. But I just think that's not down to Maresca. I think that's been down to the transfers. I think almost the incomings and outgoings that I've had in the past 3 years, I think we've gotten almost everything wrong. Like honestly, I don't think we've spent money wisely. I don't think we've built a
Mhm.
squad that we can say even next season, even if we get a couple of signings like this summer, which I don't think we're going to get world beaters. We'll probably still get some youngsters that want to develop. I still don't think next season we would have a title challenging squad, which
Yeah.
means seasons
But
after
the thing
spending
is, there's
around.
just a lot of players. There's a lot of players that you can at least look forward to, like to playing with. There's all these young stars coming in, but most of them are in the forward line. There's no real,
Estafao and Paez.
yeah, okay, yeah, ballers like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but I don't think football ever works like that. Like all the young players together would come up together, and then in three
Mm.
years, 4 years, will challenge because the teams that are competing right
There's
now.
no
Let's say
career
Liverpool.
mode, man. There's no career mode.
Exactly. Like the teams that are competing right now, Arsenal and let's say Liverpool. Who says that in the next 3 years they wouldn't still be competing? Who says that in the next 3 years they won't also have bought great players to compete in the league? So you can't just assume or hope that because I've bought young players now, by the time everybody should mature, by the time we reach 3 years, they would all be at their peak. Everybody else will be shit. I will win the league. And one thing people forget, right? And it's why I always struggle to buy into this whole long-term project idea. If you look at our Champions League winning squad, when we won the Champions League in 2021,
21.
right? Yeah, that was a very young squad, and that was after a summer window where we invested a lot of money. So because the summer before we lost Hazard, we got a lot of money for Hazard, but we didn't. We had a transfer ban, so we didn't spend much money. That was the lockdown season. So the season after, we spent a lot of money, and the money we spent it on young players as well, and we won the Champions League. Now this is 3 or 4 years on. Do you know there's virtually no player from that Champions League winning squad that is still with us right now, and a lot of them were young. Mason Mount was young, Werner was young, Havertz was young,
Mm-hmm.
Pulisic was relatively young,
Mm-hmm. Pulisic would have been a great player
Ben
for you guys, right?
Chilwell, Christensen, right? So, but like in just the space of 2 or 3 years, everybody has gone. And the narrative then too was like, oh, this is the Champions League winning squad, and they're all young. They can all grow together, and like in next 2 or 3 years, they could actually be challenging for leagues. But that's not how it went out, right? You can see that in the end, by 2 or 3 years, Mount has gone, Havertz has gone, Werner has gone. The whole team has been like has basically gone. I think it's only Rich James that is left. So there's no guarantee that all the young players you have right now will still be there in those 2 or 3 years to actually
Mm.
challenge for the league. And you can't really base your assumption on okay, in 2 or 3 years, everybody will be good at exactly the same time, and then all the other teams that we're competing right now won't be as good, so
Yeah,
we'll win. I don't think it works like that.
I agree. So you're saying that Chelsea need to get good players now.
Yes, 100%. We need to get players that would help us challenge right now. Like the
Yeah.
whole squad can't be future centric
And I'm with
based
you,
on
man. I'm with you. I'm with you because, but like I said, you don't know the owners or the people that have come to take over Chelsea have a plan in mind. They're probably not communicating that. They're not communicating that very well with the fans because they probably know that they wouldn't take it well. But well, that's the situation that you guys are in right now, and I guess you just have to live and see what
yeah.
find the
I,
joy in it somehow. You understand?
I mean, we
You,
just
at
have to.
least you have players like Palmer. You have players that are still excited. Like Chelsea will always have exciting players. Well, I mean, the
Eh,
winning, I guess
hmm,
the value you value winning more, right? And
please,
so,
can you just win? Can you just win
yeah,
my trophy? Like if we
yeah.
don't win, if we don't win Conference League, that's going to be 3 years without a trophy.
Oh
It's
my god,
an absolute disgrace. Like
yeah.
Abramovich used to hang managers that won
Abramovich,
trophies.
man, Abramovich.
Like
I don't
and now
know. I
I'm
don't know. I need someone
yeah.
to get a politician to come and explain that Abramovich because, well, I'm happy that again the power that is Abramovich. That guy is a demon, man. He will win trophy anytime he likes, bro. Anytime he feels like he's gonna win something. So that was really really good insight, bro. And I would like to say I really appreciate your ball knowledge, bro. You've brought a lot. This is it was it was a fun conversation with you, man. So
Yeah, thank
let's finally tell the people where we can find you once again.
Okay, so you guys can find us on Spotify, Football Heritage, Apple Podcasts, Football Heritage. On Twitter is at footy underscore heritage, at footy underscore heritage. On TikTok and Instagram is underscore footy underscore heritage, underscore footy underscore heritage. And on YouTube is footy heritage TV, footy heritage TV. And
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
just to also mention, we didn't talk about the Europa League. Who do you see winning, United or Spurs? Or Bodo
Okay,
Glimt
okay.
or Athletic
Let's okay.
Bilbao?
Now, Bodo Glimt. Hey man. Hey man. I want to say shout out a shout out to Bodo Glimt because I've been, if you know, like I've been, small bets here and there. And I've been fucking with Bodo Glimt since 2020, man. Over 1.5 every single game, maybe even over 2.5 is sure for you. But hey, I told somebody that Bodo Glimt would not score less than 4 goals in this tie.
Ha!
And
At
it's
your
looking
battle
like
late.
a very, very tall order right now.
I
Very
mean,
tall
you
order.
mentioned 2 goal leads. They go away,
Yeah.
go to their
Yeah,
ground,
he
some
said, but
early
that would be
goals,
so
score
no,
the
now I don't even
3-2.
want it to happen because I don't want Spurs to be embarrassed like that. Honestly, if Spurs
Yeah,
concede three,
I just want Spurs to beat United.
yeah, that's what I want for the Europa League. I want Spurs to win the Europa League. I thought that Athletic Bilbao would really win because I think, like I said, I mentioned that they're playing final at San Mames.
Yeah, yeah, they
So
are. They're in finals and
so I thought
Mames.
that would ginger them. That red card was okay, not harsh. It was a deserved red card, but yeah, the red card is
I don't agree with that.
you don't.
I don't think so,
It was
bro.
a foul. It was a foul. Like, yeah, maybe a yellow
But
could have
I
sufficed.
think a yellow
Penalty,
would have sufficed, but it shouldn't have
definitely
even been a
penalty.
penalty because
Def-
Garnacho was fouled.
uh-uh.
Garnacho did the handball in the build up.
Oh yeah.
He,
Okay.
he,
Okay.
when
Maybe
was
I
that?
missed that. I missed that. I
The
missed that.
handball.
But yeah,
No, I'm a
yeah.
true
I
United
think
fan.
Bilbao are
I
out
think
of that
it's
tie.
shit.
Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, I think Bilbao.
Yeah, I want Spurs to win, but if I'm
Mm,
being real, I think United will win.
mm.
It pays me.
How about in the conference league? Are you seeing this script that the script writers have put out?
Seen the last
Oh,
scripts.
we've talked about the Fiorentina script
I've
already
seen, yeah,
off
I've
cam.
seen the last years. Both the Fiorentina script, the
The
Anthony
Betis
script.
script, yeah.
Just put my top five in
I personally am fucking with the Fiorentina script more because
yeah,
losing two
return
finals
after what he did.
and then
Man,
obvious
yeah,
no. If
I've seen
let
the
me
last
outline
years.
it. Yeah, and then the Champions League, man. I think that what will favor us at LFC, yeah.
So
In the Ballon d'Or, I think my top five Ballon
okay,
d'Or candidates right now are Salah, then Dembele, then Pedri, Yamal, and Rafinha. That for me,
yes,
you have
yes.
that's my top five Ballon d'Or. I
Yeah, I think
cannot
that's fair.
have Dembele with
Or
Pedri,
Baka,
Yamal, and Rafinha in the Champions League final, showing themselves to the whole world and all the Ballon. I can't have that. So that
so
being
you need
said,
an
Inter
extra
Milan
load
versus Arsenal. Inter Milan
final.
versus Arsenal. That would be I would love it, and then Inter Milan to now win it all. Yeah,
Eh,
we have a beautiful
Lautaro
season.
Ballon d'Or shouts.
We have a
Lautaro,
nothing for him. He can't. Maximum you will see top
top
five,
five.
top six.
Lautaro
That's it.
Ballon d'Or
Even yes,
shouts.
now if Lautaro should win
Who
Champions
says
League,
so?
we will tell him congratulations. It's not Ballon d'Or. Like
Who said
everybody will congratulate him very well. It's not a Ballon d'Or thing, bro. But if we have
I,
someone like Dembele lifting Champions League, if Yamal goes and plays that Champions League final, he will win Ballon
17-year-old
d'Or.
Ballon d'Or
He will win
winners.
Ballon d'Or, guy.
It's ever heard of.
He's
I
what?
think before the semi-finals, like before the first leg, I put it on our YouTube channel,
Hmm.
the Football Heritage YouTube channel, that I think Arsenal will go through and Barca will go through, like repeat of 2006 final.
Oh
But
yeah,
after Arsenal lost that first leg,
the PSG.
I can't, I don't know, I don't see them going to
That
back to
comeback is on. That
PSG.
comeback is on.
At PSG, have you
That
forgotten
comeback
PSG
is
at
so
their ground?
on.
PSG at their ground.
PSG
Forget
at
about
their ground don't scare me,
you.
bro.
PSG smoked City at their ground. First, worst City of recent memory, but they
God
smoked
bless you.
City.
God
PSG
bless
at
you.
their ground, they smoked Liverpool. Forget that Liverpool won 1-0. Everybody knows that they smoked Liverpool.
Of
PSG at
course.
their ground smoked Villa. like
Okay.
they haven't, and now they're
Still,
going to beat Arsenal. Like, I don't know if
they
Arsenal had
PSG at their
won,
ground, they move me though. They move me, but they don't really scare
they
me.
move me
Is they
home
don't
and they
see
move me
they
everywhere.
they don't really scare me. Like it's not somewhere that it's not like it's
Not like it's
impossible.
impossible.
And then we
And
forget
then
that
we
this
forget that
Arsenal side
this
had the
Arsenal
mentality
side.
to go to the Bernabeu and take a 2-1.
Okay, okay, to do better. Okay,
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, like I
But
mean, it's me. I wouldn't want to see Arsenal fans boasting. And this is not the scenario that is ideal. But hey, I'll take one. I don't know how you say that one. But this if this is the Panadol that I need for
What I
this,
need for this.
like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just need this. I can't have Dembele in that final. I can't have
I don't know if
Yamal
it's
in
a
that
hot
final.
thing. I rather Arsenal win champs than United win Europa. But that's even a crazy thing to say because I hate Arsenal so much. So
Oh,
if best
Arsenal win
scenario,
champs or Man U Europa.
I
Wow.
I'll take Arsenal champs because
I'll
I
take a Man
just
U Europa though. I can still
I
talk
cannot have
to.
16th place. I cannot have a 16th place in my Champions League. That's a disgrace.
Oh,
UEFA guys, if you guys are seeing this episode, you guys need to review that rule. There has to be some sort of caveat. Someone
that's
can get
crazy.
relegated, win Europa League, and go into Champions League. No,
No,
there should
that
be a very
it's
threshold.
allowed now. It's allowed. It's
Be a
allowed. But
threshold, top
I
10.
don't think. I think having to. I can still talk to Man U fans anyhow if they even if they win Europa League. But Arsenal fans can actually come and that Champions
I
League
say they
is a
won
big
Champions
one.
League.
It's a
Yeah,
big
actually,
one.
because if they win Champions
It's
League and
too
win
much.
Prem, champs is
They can come and
Prem.
be talking to us like as if we
You
achieved
guys
the
are mid.
same like as if we had the same kind of season, man. Like
But
wow.
if I'm talking about what I want personally,
Yeah.
probably I want PSG to win
The Champions League.
once. But yeah,
Yeah.
but if
No, fair, fair.
what I actually think will happen, I think Barca will win. I think Barca will win Champions League. I think they have the best team in the world. Honestly,
Oh yeah, no,
that's
no, you're right. I agree with you.
their attack. Like
It's
you
too
score
much
two,
for
we score
anyone to
three. You
handle.
score three, we score four.
It's
Like
too
it's
much for anyone
ridiculous.
to handle. I
Because
lie.
the Inter game, I kept thinking, look, Inter's defense is solid. I predicted Barca to go to, but I was like, if Inter gets a foothold, like they get a goal lead, get 2 goal lead, and they were actually 2-0 up, and I was like, okay, this is
Early.
the game, like it's done
But it was
because
too early in my
Inter's
opinion.
whole thing is that Inter's defense is solid. Inter does not concede, they are rock solid, bro. They wiped out the 2 goal in the same half. That's when I was like, yeah, Barca is raps like
Yeah.
Barca, and they still got 3-2. They still scored back. I just think Barca would always score. They,
They're
like
too good.
as far as you can stop Barca scoring, I don't think they. I think
Yeah.
I see them winning.
Honestly, man, honestly, I want to also talk about PSG for the first time, them looking like a team. I don't think it's been a while since maybe even in Zlatan's days, they had a real team then.
Mbappe leaves and they start looking like a team.
Hey man, hey man.
Hmm.
No, but they
Hmm.
had Messi, they had Mbappe, they had Neymar. All of them they had to leave. But
They have to leave
like you said, like as you said that you wanted PSG to win, I kind of shared the sentiment, and it's like this is the first time this PSG side that everybody hates. This is the first time I'm actually seeing a real team here, and cannot help.
because
So yeah,
they have what we call real wingers,
real players all around. That team is
Have
complete.
you seen the likes? Have you seen the likes of Jack Grealish? Like, please, can we have wingers that
Actually,
take on their players?
God
Like, and
bless you. God bless you.
can we have figures that take
God
on
bless
Jack
you.
Grealish?
God bless
No,
you.
no,
Entertain me, bro. Just
but
entertain
like,
me. That's all I ask
thank
of you
you.
as a winger.
The whole front line, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia,
Kvaratskhelia.
Desiree, pure, pure technical footballers. Like, it's
Yeah.
honestly like when you watch them, you're like, Oscar, this is
Yeah,
actually fun.
joy.
This is
It
what
gives
they
you
do.
joy.
Like when
It
I
gives
against
you joy.
Arsenal, those first 20 minutes against Arsenal, I could not actually believe what I did. They dominated. Like they came to their like as if it was their home, so
Mhm.
comfortable. Kvaratskhelia was really dealing with Timber on that side. Like bro, it's just honestly is
Well,
beautiful to see. I love their
okay.
football.
Okay, who you want PSG to win the Champions League?
I want them to win it, but I don't think.
PSG Barca
I
is
don't think
your
they win. I think Barca will win.
you
And
predict
PSG Barca
yeah.
is my prediction now
Yeah.
because PSG had won the first leg. Initially, I thought Arsenal would win the tie, but losing that first leg at home, I don't see
Mm.
them coming back to Prince.
I
So
already
I
said
think
on our show earlier that I had Inter to win it all. Inter are looking a bit spooky now, but
Inter.
I will just put my foot where I left it. And I'll still say
You still stick with
Inter
Inter.
Inter to win it all. Let me see what Inzaghi has for me. What kind of soup is he cooking?
But every time I predict Arsenal to win, they don't. When I predict them to lose, that's when they do. Like
Yeah.
I'm the jinx for Arsenal. In fact, let me predict Arsenal to win again.
Okay.
Just so
Okay then.
Arsenal is winning
I'm
Arsenal.
having that. I'm having it. Any see either way, Omo. let's let's have that, bro. And so for the Europa League, we are both on the same time. Let's have Tottenham winning this.
Yeah, let's have
Yeah,
Tottenham. So
let's
let's
have Tottenham.
Ange, big Ange. He
Ah,
deserves
yeah,
a
that's
win.
yeah, he does.
He always
I
plays,
want
he
him.
always
I
plays
want
in the
him.
second
No, I
team.
don't even think it's like he deserves it, but I mean, I would like to see him winning a trophy. Honestly, it's
Was
not
winning a
been.
European trophy.
Yeah, I would like to see
But that
Spurs win something.
is
They
the
win.
history of Tottenham. They
It's the
don't win.
history of the Tottenham, man.
This is a history. They don't win.
And for the Conference League, are you buying into the script, or do you still think Chelsea will? Do you? Let's be real. Let's be real now. Let's leave the script writers alone.
Yeah, the script writers, we can't leave them alone. Now the script writers, we can never leave them alone. I was in the room with them. They showed me
Ah,
the
that's
script.
crazy. That's crazy.
I nearly,
You guys
I
are
said
hearing it
it.
here. Oh. No, no, no. Now you have heard it, bro. Honestly. So what you have? What you saying? Conference League.
Well, I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan. I
Yeah,
want us to win.
yeah.
I think we should win, but that script,
He's looking a
yeah,
bit too legit,
we'll,
guy.
we'll,
He's a
we'll,
bit.
we'll win it. We'll win it.
Okay, here now.
We'll
No,
win
no problem. No problem.
it.
You've heard from Glory himself. You've heard from Football Heritage.
Yeah.
And you've heard from 97 Football once again. Happy whatever day this catches you on. Happy Sunday to everyone. If you caught it on a Sunday. But yeah, it's been real, man. Don't forget that if you love football, you love 97. Check us out on all our socials. You know where to find them in the bio. And yeah, we'll see you once again. I've been your host, Super Mag.
Yeah, check us out. Football Heritage,
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll see you later.
Yeah, thanks.